Hi, welcome to Movie Review with Daniel. Today I'll be doing a movie review on Selfie Dad. Selfie Dad is a faith-based movie that may, whether by chance or by design, have some pointed observation on the strategist. Writer and director Brad J. Silverman's Selfie Dad is a pleasantly predictable film-based dramedy that has been scheduled and marketed for family viewing over Father's Day weekend on VOD platform. As it turns out, however, the timing of its release might actually serve to expand the film's appeal slightly beyond the usual target audience for similar fare. Indeed, in the context of recent real-life events and Black Lives Matter protests, certain elements of Silverman's narrative give his film, if only inadvertently, a slightly sharper edge than even he likely intended. Christian stand-up comic Mike Jr. plays credibly and creditably Ben Marcos, an editor at an Los Angeles production house who several years earlier walked away from a promising career as a comedian. The movie begins with a snippet from one of his decade-earlier routines in which Ben, a black man, recalls how easily he routed an older white woman jogger who saw him running behind her. It is a funny moment, but also a slightly unsettling one, especially now. Shortly afterwards, we see how Ben, a thoroughgoing professional who is being nominated for awards in his field, is routinely degraded by Rosie, almost too convincingly played by Chunda Pierce, the suspiciously Caucasian host of How to Cable series Rosie's Roses, aimed at amateur horticulturists, whose sweetly drawing demonion on camera is in marked contrast to the intensity of an involvement in the editing room. The caricature is a well-aimed shot at an easy target. Did someone say pudding? But some viewers may cringe rather than laugh, given the appears strong remembrance so many entitled white women recently caught ranting by bystanders wedding phone camera. And then much later, there's a scene where Ben is pulled over by a traffic cop. He reflexively fears the most and even sets up his cell phone to record any possible violent escape. It plays as a joke, but well, please don't misunderstand. Selfie Dad is by no means a clueless, obtuse comedy that has been made to look worse because real-life events have proved a new context, like the 1970 release of the silly campus comedy Getting Straight, just weeks after the Kent State killings. Rather, Silverman has been placed beneath all the funny business. Some well-observed truths. It's just that right now, those truths may be well more than a tad distraction from the story Silverman set out to tell. That story, of course, follows an arc traversed by quite a few other faith-based movies. Silverman is sly enough to include a kinda subtle meta comment on the genre in which he's working. After a winky nuggle reference to the war room, a character pointedly remarks, "I really don't like Christian film," but is more than willing to take several pages from the same playbooks as Ben, who started out as a lukewarm believer at best, becomes more dedicated in his devotion. Through a series of fortuitous happenstances, or if you prefer as a result of grandiloquent mechanics, Ben returns to his stand-up roots while posting viral videos in which he attempts and comically fails to carry out various own repair. To fully enjoy or at least believe this phenomenon, you must believe that even though he's a media professional, he doesn't have or know the difference between selfies and video, and as yet for being ignorant of YouTube, or as it is identified here, doubtless after consultation with lawyer. But never mind, with a little help from his precocious and social media savvy young son, which was played by Jolon Kristen, Ben amasses a sufficiently huge online following to land a deep-pocketed commercial sponsor and attract the interest of a website executive, which was played by Shelley Dennis, who has interfacing on her mind. The turnabout arrives when Ben, shaken by the wayward behavior of his young daughter, which was played by Shelby Simon and inspired by an IT-smart divinity student, played by Johnny Kappa, slips into his latest skit recommendation for Bible studies. The sponsor disapproves his online following decreases, and in one of the film's cleverest touches, even Jessie, which was played by Delia Wangert, Ben's deeply religious wife, frantically suggests that she should delete the new post for fear of risking their new source of income. But not surprisingly, none of that seriously impairs happily ever after. This is the first time Silver has confronted an alternating current of the sacred and profane in show business. In Grace Unplugged, which was released in 2013, he focused on a young Christian singer flirtation with secular stand-up. Like Ben here, the singer had major dad issues, but while the film felt marginally more believable in these specific details, Ben, a showbiz pro, evidently has never heard of a musical called Grease by Selfie that is overall a more emotional and satisfying piece of work. In fact, it probably will continue to entertain family audience long after Father's Day. It will also be viewed years from now as, for better or worse, a snapshot of this exodus. Time will tell. Thanks for watching today's review. Please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button and leave your comments in the comment box below.